guys, what's going on? Welcome to Serial at Midnight. My name is Heath, and in this video, I am going to weigh in on the Banana Splits movie. I've stayed away from this thing for a couple of months. It's been out for a couple of months now. I've been dubious on it from the start. I finally watched it. It dropped in price, and I was like, okay, now is the time. So I was able to go in kind of with low expectations. I know it's kind of a middle of the road kind of a movie for people. It seems to be averaging about 5 out of 10. So this is, I knew what I was getting into. But we're gonna do a quick review about this. I do have to say, those who aren't familiar with the Banana Splits outside of this movie, the Banana Splits are a character group. It's a Hanna-Barbera series. Hanna-Barbera produced the Banana Splits on television from 1969 to 1971, I believe. It was a two-season show from Hanna-Barbera, the same people that brought us Flintstones and Jetsons and all, Huckleberry Hound. Hanna-Barbera. In fact, I believe it even says that on the back of the box. Yeah, based on characters created by Hanna-Barbera Productions. This is the first R-rated Hanna-Barbera Productions anything. So it's a little bit tricky. I will also say that a lot of people in my inner circle grew up with the Banana Splits, and so they have this really strong affection, this childhood affection for the Banana Splits. I don't have that. I didn't grow up with the Banana Splits. Outside of seeing the opening credits on YouTube, I've never seen a single episode of the Banana Splits. Having watched this movie, I think I'd like to, especially knowing it's Hanna-Barbera. But that's going to be critical information. That is crucial information for whether, for this review. Just know, I don't have any personal experience with the Banana Splits before this movie. So I'm able to kind of overlook stuff. I don't have these hurdles to jump over. But if you did grow up with the Banana Splits, it's a hard pill to swallow that your childhood favorite characters are now murderers. And this movie makes them very brutal, very graphic murderers. And why does this movie exist? Well, I think speculation on this guy's part, but it's been said a lot, and I'm going to repeat it here. I think that this movie exists because Five Nights at Freddy's is so freaking popular. Everybody seems to love Five Nights at Freddy's. There's t-shirts, merchandise, action figures hanging from the shelves. Five Nights at Freddy's is, of course, the app, the game, the video game that is, the idea behind the game is that you are the night watchman at a Freddy's Pizza, like a Showbiz Pizza, a Chuck E. Cheese's, that kind of a thing where kids come and have their birthday parties and the animatronic doodads are just like, singing and dancing. Well, they don't dance, they just sing and like play instruments and stuff. But at night, you're this night watchman guy, and at night the things come alive and they come for you. And it's really popular and it's cool. It's a cool game. But I don't know if the rights, we don't have a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I think we probably will soon, but to date, we have this. I don't know if this was cheaper. I don't know. I don't understand the whole... anyway, it's just a guess. I think that this is kind of capitalizing on Five Nights at Freddy's. But all that just goes to say, childhood icons, mass murderers. They kill a lot of people gruesomely. What did I think about the movie? I gotta be honest with you. I liked the movie. I don't love it. I don't think it's great. But for what it is, which is an incredibly low-budget movie, co-produced by Warner Brothers Television. So it's not even... So Warner Brothers distributed this, but the Warner Brothers Television department is really the people that did all of the work on this as far as... I don't even know the specifics, so I'm not going to get... I didn't work on this movie, but it's Warner Brothers Television partnering with an independent film studio that is, there's like a lot of Canadian talent in it, and it's shot in South Africa. So TV level production, Canadian talent, shot in South Africa. That's what we're dealing with. So we're talking about like far, far, far off the mainstream Hollywood beaten path. So with all that out of the way, I think they did a pretty good job with it. I really do. Detaching ourselves from, disembodying ourselves and disemboweling ourselves from all of the childhood connections that some may have. And just looking at it as a horror movie, a dirt cheap horror movie. they did a really good job with what they had. There's a little bit of CG in this movie, but most of it is practical effects. Most of it is actual people in costumes. The special features, I watched all the special features. They hired dancers to be the performers so that they could really do the physicality. The conceit behind this movie, mild spoilers for a couple months old movie. The characters, the banana splits themselves, turn it around and let you see the back of the box for a while. They're robots. They're not people in costumes. They are robots. They are animatronic creatures, animatronic entities. And so it kind of makes sense that there's like programming and stuff like that. But I do have to say, this is not one of those PG-13 Blumhouse kind of a movie that one of the things you could take your kids to and like they're like, ooh, this is hard R. I mean, it is seriously hardcore R. The kills in this movie, and it's R just for gore, for R for murder. They don't really shy away from the murder. In fact, they kind of lean into it and really go gruesome. And again, it's not CGI gore. It's legitimate like guts and stuff like that. So as a horror fan, that was cool. I guess the downside of all of this is that it's an hour and it's 89 minutes. So it's almost an hour and a half. There's about an hour's worth of story. Like it feels even at 89 minutes, it feels a little stretched out. But again, for what it is, we have to judge these movies based on what they are, not what we wanted them to be or what they could have been. But this is what we got. This is the Banana Splits movie, and I like it. I don't love it. I do like it. I like it enough that I kind of want to see. My Blu-ray copy came with a survey inside. It was like a survey code. So I went and took the survey, and Warner Brothers wanted to know, would you like to see more Banana Split sequels? Would you like to see these characters in another movie? I don't think it's saying too much to tip that they kind of leave it open for future installments if it was successful enough. I don't know if it was or not, but I would be up for watching at least one more Banana Splits movie. What I'd really like to see is them put out the original Banana Splits as well, so that we can kind of have the companion piece. A rising tide lifts all ships, right? So if we could get some more Banana Splits love, then maybe we could get the original Banana Splits on DVD in America. I know that they have season 1 has a UK release, but it'd be nice to have those here where it originated, I presume. But I don't know. That's really all I have to say. The performances are fine. There's no recognizable talent here. There's no it's that person from that thing. I don't think anybody's going to know who most of these people are. Very independent, low budget talent, but they do a good job with what they've got to do. With what they're given. The special effects and the horror scenes are really where this shines, and they're good. If you like horror movies and you like horror kills, there's a couple of really good ones in here, including one with a lollipop that is my favorite. So, I don't know. That's all I'm going to say about the Banana Splits movie. I've kind of just been hanging on. When this was first announced, I was like, what? Why? Why would they do that? And I think we know why they did that, talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, but they did it, and it's okay. It's interesting because as I'm recording this video, so it's been out for a couple of months on home media, digital, Blu-ray, DVD. It just aired on the Sci-Fi Channel or the Sci-Fi Network, whatever they're calling the science fiction cable network now. It just aired on that like a day or two ago as I'm making this video. So that actually feels like where it belongs. It feels like one of those late night sci-fi originals. Maybe in the same programming block as a Sharknado or something like that. Though Sharknado's like, that movie does not respect you. This movie, I feel like this movie does kind of does not take you for granted. It kind of knows, it invites you in, and it's not really making fun of the Banana Splits. That's what I would say, is if you do love the Banana Splits and you can deal with them as murderers because their programming is wrong, the movie doesn't really mock them or make fun of them, or like, it doesn't poke fun at them. They're not the subject. They're actually the heroes. Well, I say heroes in the same sense they're like Freddy, Jason, Chucky, they're the stars of their movie. The Banana Splits are the stars of this movie, and not in an ironic way. So it does do that. If it revives the brand, then, good stuff. So, I don't know. I just want to throw my 2 cents in there. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I think it's okay. I'll watch it again. I'm glad I picked it up, and especially at this reduced price that it's going for now. So that's our review of the Banana Splits. But I want to know what you think about the Banana Splits movie. Did you watch it? What do you think about it? Do you have fond memories? How do you balance the historical Banana Splits with the idea that they are mass murdering robots? You know, like, would we accept this from another character like Huckleberry Hound, other Hanna-Barbera creations? You know, would we take like an R-rated Johnny Quest or something like that? What do we think about this? Is kind of a sensitive topic for me, you know, because I'm often against weird, twisted takes on classic properties. I'm a purist in a lot of ways, but I'm okay with this, probably because I don't have that history, but you might, and I want to know what you think. So let's talk about it in the comments below and continue the conversation. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out and watching this video talking about the Banana Splits movie. I do appreciate you so very much. So continue to have a happy Halloween, and until next time, I will catch you later.